There are 5 Oklahoma City police officers that are currently facing charges of first-degree manslaughter in the shooting death of 15-year-old armed robbery suspect Stavion Rodriguez. Rodriguez was shot and killed by Oklahoma City police after they said he tried to rob a gas station at gunpoint in November of last year. Police said during that armed robbery, suspect Rodriguez was locked inside by the store clerk before officers arrived and ordered him to come out. They said he came out with a gun in his hand. Police said he did not follow orders and considered his movement suspicious, which they said led to the police shooting. Video recorded by KLCO5 appears to show Rodriguez following orders, holding and then dropping a gun after being ordered to, but then quickly putting his hands up and then down again before he was shot. Obviously, Sheriff Johnson, a lot of people feel the shooting, along with so many others, could have been prevented. And the police who shot, some feel only shot out of fear, as opposed to the suspect actually being a threat that needed to be neutralized by lethal force. Now, after initial training, how do you as administration know that a police officer in the field still knows how to differentiate between the two, shooting out of fear or shooting because of seeing a legitimate threat?
Well, what I will tell you first on this scenario, the situation that was brought up by Oklahoma City, I don't discuss other agencies' shootings or things like that nature. I only speak to what we deal with here because I know our policy and procedures going forward. But talking about our officers and the way they were trained, we have continuing education in the form of mini academies where we try to recreate situations or create situations to put these guys in positions just to, get them not just the experience, but just get them that training, that real-time training to have better decision making. What do we do in these situations and slow things down? So I don't know what Oklahoma City does, but as far as us, we hold many academies to further the progress on our officers as they patrol. You always have to invest in people. You have to invest training. You have to invest time because that's how we grow and get better as well. So that's what we do at Oklahoma County.
That's good to hear. And the unfortunate thing is too, and I don't know, if others in other counties and other police departments think about this, which I'm sure they do, just because they're in this line of work. Because I'm not, and I think about this, is the fact that some officers they may go years without a legitimate shootout with a threat, and maybe the only experience they've had thus far is at the shooting range practicing. And like you said, creating simulations during their training will bring them the closest to a real-time situation. But yes, that is something that has kind of worried people, that some folks, that almost literally sometimes these gangbangers have more shooting experience than some of the police in regards to these shootouts.
Yes.
So it's like, that's why, that I posed that question. And,
yes.
and I hope that other police departments, they step up their efforts in regards to their training, because like I said, I honestly think even that shooting with Rodriguez with the police, with the Oklahoma City Police, I don't think there was a racist thing about it. I just think there was inexperienced policing where they just shot too quick. They were scared. That's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
But like I was saying, I wanted to make sure to see how you guys go
yes.
about it.
Yes. Continuing ed training, continue to put our guys in positions so that when you're in that position and time ramps up, you're still able to calm and slow things down and make well-informed decisions.
And ultimately hopefully not have to even let off a shot.
Listen, I will tell you, the goal of every law enforcement officer is to handle situations without hurt, harm, or danger to our citizens and our officers. That's how I would love to see every situation handled, with no one hurt, but the situation still taken control of. And
also, Sheriff Johnson, I'd like for you to speak to the other side of that coin, that when there is a police shooting and a police officer does take someone's life, speak to, the stress of that.
Well, I mean, obviously being around it and seeing people who are involved, it is a very stressful situation. So you have to make sure you get your guys and gals the resources they need to get back, get them evaluated, get their mental health evaluations to make sure they're in the right headspace, and just do everything you can to make sure that we take care of people, because this is a very stressful situation. But as far as the other side of the coin, that's really all you can do to try to help your deputies bounce back.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And like you said, keep them efficiently trained.
Mm-hmm. Training is the most important thing in this field, because it's ever evolving, and we have to be so well versed in many different disciplines, and so training is what helps us keep our levels up, so that we can give the citizens that we serve a quality product.